पीपीटी दिख रही है सबको? इट्स विजिबल टू ऑल? ओके, तो हमने कहाँ तक कर लिया था? सरफेस इंटीग्रल कर लिया था ना? हाँ, surface is there any problem in surface integral? I think we have not completed the question, or we have. Any doubt in surface integral? Am I audible or not? हाँ बोल, अब बोले ना तो बोलो ना यार, एक कोई तो बोलो। ठीक है, तो फिर से एक बार सरफेस इंटीग्रल डिस्कस करते हैं क्योंकि डाउट्स आ रहे हैं। अच्छा, एक चीज़ क्लियर हुई कि लाइन इंटीग्रल में सिंगल इंटीग्रेशन होता है और सरफेस इंटीग्रल में डबल इंटीग्रेशन होता है। ये पॉइंट क्लियर है ना? दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर, ठीक है। एंड दिस एक्सप्रेशन नंबर 15, एनी प्रॉब्लम इन दिस एक्सप्रेशन? एनी प्रॉब्लम इन एक्सप्रेशन 15? फिर से बोलो, ठीक है। इस एक्सप्रेशन में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। ओके, लेट्स गो। प्रॉब्लम क्वेश्चन में थी ना बेसिकली, तो अब फिर से इसको डिस्कस करते हैं। वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट ए डॉट एन कैप डी एस, एंड ए इज दिस वेक्टर एंड एस इज द पार्ट ऑफ दिस प्लेन विच इज इन फर्स्ट ऑफ। हाँ, यस। नहीं यार, सरफेस इंटीग्रल मतलब सरफेस इंटीग्रल में हर क्वेश्चन में तुम्हें प्रोजेक्ट करके ही इंटीग्रेट करना पड़ेगा। मीन्स फर्स्ट यू हैव, एंड दिस इज प्लेन, so this is bit easy than others. Other question have cylinder and sphere. That's why I didn't put those question to, because at first to project the image of cylinder and sphere is more difficult than plane. Surface integral is the only, means you will face only few problem in surface integral. Line and volume is easy, there is no problem. So try to understand, it's not that difficult. See, the plane is clear now, how this plane is plotted. Means you can take 3 points when x and y are 0, x equal to 2, when x and z 0, y equal to 3, and x and y 0, z equal to 6. Then join all the 3 points, you will get this plane. This point is clear, means how this plane is plotted. Okay, now we have just taken the small part of this plane, this small part ds. Okay, and we have plotted a normal on this, and we call this as n vector. And this is not only the normal on this small part, this is a normal on the whole plane also. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to project this small part on xy plane. So we have to project this on xy plane. So this is what we are doing. This small portion which is marked as dx into dy is the projection of ds in xy plane, yeah, on xy plane. Any problem in this? Okay, so we have projected this ds on dx on xy plane, and see how we are going to calculate it. See, this is ds, and we know that if we want to calculate the projection of a vector on b vector, then what we do is a dot b cap. We do the dot product of a vector with the unit vector of b, right now? Okay, so Now we are calculating the projection of ds on xy plane, and the unit normal on xy plane is k cap. So we will do the dot product of ds with the k cap. This point is clear?
Yes, sir.
So we are doing the dot product of ds with k cap. Up now see, because ds is a magnitude, basically its direction is represented by n cap, so we can write it as n cap dot k cap ds. And because this is
Project, sir, we have to project that ds on dx dy.
yes, on xy plane. Dx dy is the area in xy plane. Sorry? Exactly. Right. And in our calculation, the method which we know, through that the projection should be this n cap dot k cap ds, but it should be equal to dx into dy, because the area in xy plane is dx into dy. Dx is length, dy is breadth. So if we multiply this, we will get dx dy. So area in xy plane is dx dy, and it should be equal to n cap dot k cap ds. So we will equate these two, and if you equate these two, you will get this: ds is equal to dx dy upon n cap dot k cap. Now this point is clear. After that, I have done nothing. I have just put all these expression in the integral and just calculated n cap dot k cap, a dot n cap, and just calculated the limits and solved the integral. Now clear?
How you are putting the limits? I
Okay.
am not getting.
Okay, then now till this point it's clear, na? How this integral we obtain, how we obtain dx dy upon n cap dot k cap. This all points are clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
Now
the integral is taken from this part. So surface integral part.
yes. Basically, it just represents that we are integrating over x and y separately. This s is over whole surface. In R, we will put the limit of x and y separately. This is, see how. After this, we just put the limit of x and y. And how we obtain the limit? See, let's check. So how we obtain the first y limit? Let's check this. This is the equation of plane, and because we are integrating in xy plane, and in xy plane z is 0. Okay, so in xy plane z is 0, so this plane which we are integrating has a equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. Okay, now you have two options. Either you can convert y in terms of x or x in terms of y. I have converted y in terms of x. So if you calculate y, it will be 12 minus 2x by 3. And since there is no negative values, we are doing integration only in first octant. So y will start from 0 and end at this point 12 minus 2x by 3. So this is the x limit, 0 to 12 minus 2x by 3. Okay,
Okay.
sorry. सॉरी, मेरी शायद मीटिंग आउट ऑफ मीटिंग हो गई। हाँ, या अरित कुछ कह रहे थे तुम? अरित कुछ कह रहे थे तुम?
हाँ सर।
हाँ, फिर से बोलो।
सर आपका प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं दिख रहा है।
अच्छा, नहीं दिख रहा? जस्ट अ मिनट। अभी क्लियर है? ओके, हाँ अब बोलो अरित, क्या कह रहे थे?
हाँ सर, वो एक्स का जो आप यूनिक बुक दिए हैं,
हाँ 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 हाँ, चलो एक एक करके पॉइंट पे आते हैं। वाई वाला क्लियर हो गया अब, है ना? ओके, अब देखो हमने y वाला इंटीग्रेशन कर दिया, ठीक है। अब जस्ट देखो, क्योंकि ये सरफेस इंटीग्रल है, एक एक करके हम इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं। हम y वाली लिमिट ले चुके हैं, अब x वाली लिमिट रह गई है, तुम्हें x इंटीग्रेट करना है। अब x की लिमिट यहाँ प्लेन से ही तो निकालेंगे। अब z इक्वल टू 0 करो, क्योंकि हम y इंटीग्रेट कर चुके हैं। तो अब जस्ट ऐसे, मतलब ये मेरा एरो देखना, तुम्हें ऐसे चलना है, ठीक है, ऐसे चलना है। तो y तो एक जो हम ले चुके तो यहाँ y 0 पुट कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमें ये वाली रेंज ख़त्म करनी है, x वाली। y वाली हम कर चुके हैं, और x की एक्चुअल में क्या रेंज है वो हम कैसे चेक करेंगे? इस इक्वेशन में y और z 0 करेंगे तो हमें ये पता चल जाएगा x कहाँ से कहाँ वेरी कर रहा है। तो 0, देखो इनिशियल वैल्यूज़ तो हमको पता है तीनों की 0, क्योंकि हम फर्स्ट ऑक्टेंट में। तो यहाँ से x की फाइनल वैल्यू 6 आ जाएगी, तो x 0 to 6 हो जाएगा। अब बताओ, अभी कोई दिक्कत है?
नेक्स्ट स्टेप जो हो रहा है वहाँ पे सेपरेट हो रहा है सर?
कहाँ पे कह रहे हो?
और जो स्टेप है
इस ये तो यहाँ पे तो आंसर आ गया ना 24।
पहले सर, पहले वाला स्टेप 0 to 6 24 minus 12x plus 4x square by 3 dx।
ये वाला स्टेप कह रहे हो ना, जिस ये जहाँ पे मेरा एरो है।
उसके बाद सर y का स्टेप वो क्या होगा?
अच्छा ये ओके, तुम कह रहे हो डबल से सिंगल कैसे हो गया, है ना? इस ओके, देखो इसमें y तो है नहीं, तो जब तुम इंटीग्रेट करोगे तो एक सिंगल y आएगा, और y है 12 minus 2x by 3। तो जब उसको पुट करोगे और इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो तुम इस एक्सप्रेशन पे आ जाओगे। मतलब बीच के एक स्टेप नहीं है इसमें। जहाँ भी अगर मान लो तुम्हें एक इंटीग्रेशन दिया जाए, उसमें सिर्फ dy लिखा हुआ है और कुछ है ही नहीं, तो उस इंटीग्रेशन से बाहर y आएगा ना। तो ये y है, देखो, क्योंकि इसमें पहले x है, y तो है नहीं। तो व्हेन यू विल इंटीग्रेट दिस यू विल गेट y एंड लिमिट इज 12 minus 2x by 3। उसको पुट करो, पुट करके जब मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो तुम इस पे आ जाओगे, ठीक है। अच्छा करके देखो, कॉपी है? जस्ट ट्राई, just write 12 minus 2x by 3 and multiply it by 6 minus 2x and let me know what is the answer you are getting. All of you please do it. 12 minus 2x by 3 into 6 minus 2x and tell me answer. हाँ, obtaining this expression na? Good. And all other students, are you obtaining this? सेम है ना? ओके। अरित, तुम्हारा आ रहा है? हाँ अरित, हाँ सेम आ रहा है ना सर? अरित आ रहा है तुम्हारा? हाँ ओके। सो अब क्लियर हो गया कैसे आया? और उसके बाद आफ्टर दैट जस्ट पुट लिमिट 0 to 6। यू if you integrate this will be 24x minus 12x square by 2, this will be 4x cube by 3 and limit will be 0 to 6. When you put those limit you will get this 24. Now clear? अब हो गया? Okay, should I move to the volume integral? Okay, वॉल्यूम इंटीग्रल देखो, इसका जब क्वेश्चन करेंगे उसे थोड़ा इमेजिन करना थोड़ा सा और टफ होगा, पर इसमें बिना इमेजिन करे भी सॉल्यूशन हो सकता है. लाइक इन सरफेस इंटीग्रल विदाउट projection is difficult to solve the integral, but in volume integral we can solve even without projection. So if we have any closed surface V and we want to calculate its volume integral, then we can write it as 3 integral a times of dV, one for x, one for y, one for z. So there are 3 integrations. In line integral there is 1, in surface there are 2, in volume there are 3. So this point is clear. Any problem in this expression? It's simple, nothing difficult. A means any vector. I forgot to put vector sign, and dV means we are integrating with volume. Throughout the volume we are integrating. Means when we are doing the actual problems, you can put dV is equal to dx into dy into dz. Okay. Let's check the problem. Let f is equal to 2xz I cap minus xj cap plus y square k cap. We have to calculate f dv, and v is the region bounded by the surface x equal to 0, y equal to 0, y equal to 6 and z equal to x square and z equal to 4. So it's फिर से थोड़ा सा तुम लोग कंफ्यूज हो गए, पर समझने की कोशिश करना. See, can anyone tell me what is this z is equal to x square? What kind of surface is this z equal to x square? It means this is the equation of what kind of surface? Like x square plus y square is equal to a is a equation of circle. So z equal, sorry, hyperbola or parabola? So parabola centered at z. So see this, can you see this? I am moving my arrow. Can you see this parabola? See, this is starting from z equal to it's starting from 0, and see it can go till infinity, but we have a limit that z equal to 4. So it will go only till z equal to 4. So this is a plane. This is a plane with defined z equal to 4, and this parabola will stop there. And for y we have the limit 0 and 6. So this is the plane. For y is equal to 6 and x equal to 0. It is already starting from x equal to 0. So this is the figure. Any problem in this figure? Okay. So now just what we have to do is just integration with 3 integration, and now we have to calculate the limit. See, z limit we already have. Z start from x square to z equal to 4. So these will be the z limit. See, x square to 4. Y limit, y goes from 0 to 6. So y will be from 0 to 6. So any problem in this limit? Z equal to x square to 4 and y is equal to 0 to 6. Any problem in this limit? Okay. So now we have to calculate the x limit. Can anyone tell me how to calculate the x limit? There is no upper limit for x in these equations. Can anyone tell me how we calculate the upper limit of x? X start from 0, that is clear, but at which point x will stop? Exactly, the point where this parabola cutting the z, this point z axis. And how we calculate this? We can solve this z equal to x square and z equal to 4. If we put z equal to 4, then x square is equal to 4, means x equal to plus minus 2. But x equal to minus 2 will be on the opposite side, means opposite side of this. But if someone is asking something?
No, sir. I was telling that
Okay.
x equal to square root.
Yes, x equal to square root of 4 means plus minus 2, but minus is not possible because that will be on the opposite side. So x equal to, yes,
Quadrant is not in this case.
yes, but yes, exactly, but these planes are defined, na? x y equal to 6, y equal to 6 is this positive plane. If you take x equal to minus 2, it will be on the opposite side. There is no y equal to 6 plane there, or z equal to 4. So we have to check all planes and all equations. So then we get this 0 to 2 limit. Now you have to just integrate, simple, and you will get this expression. So any problem in volume integral? All clear to all? Yes. Yes, it's up to you actually. It's not necessary that you need to integrate z first, but usually in all books and everyone used to follow this pattern. We convert z in terms of x, we integrate z first, then we if there is any y, we convert y in terms of x, then we integrate that. Means it's a usual pattern, but if you want to change it, you can do, but you have to change accordingly equations. You have to maintain the equation accordingly. Like in surface integral, I told you, if you first want to integrate the x, you can integrate, but then you have to put x in terms of y. Means you have to keep in mind these all steps. After that, you can follow any order, whatever you like. But this is the usual patterns. Means most of the book you will find this: first z, then y, then x. Okay. Clear? Okay. So now whatever we understand till now, gradient, divergence, curl, dot product, cross product, and vector differentiation and vector integration. Now we have to use all those things, and there are 3 theorems. Just a second. Yeah, so we have to use all those things, and there are 3 theorems which uses all these things: gradient, divergence, curl, dot product, cross product, differentiation, and this is basically integration. So these 3 theorems are most important from your syllabus point of view, and first of them is Gauss divergence theorem. These theorem basically convert integration from one to another, from line to surface, from volume to surface. So first is Gauss divergence theorem. This states that if V is the volume bounded by a closed surface S and A is a vector, then we can write, if we have this kind of integration del dot A dV, then you can convert it into surface integral A dot n cap ds. You can convert, because in some cases volume integral is easy to solve. So if you can write any integral in these terms A dot n cap ds, you can change it to surface volume integral del dot A dV. Any problem in this?
Sir,
This is a theorem. Means if you want the proof of this theorem, I can give. It's not in syllabus actually, proof of this theorem, but there is a proof of this theorem. If you want in next class, I can prove this, but in syllabus you just need to apply this theorem in questions.
like sir, here the in cap is it will give the direction of the A vector.
Yes.
So how it is important?
No. This n cap is giving the direction of ds, not A. Yeah. Now ask what, how it converted into the yes
Yes,
volume integral. It's a theorem. Gauss gave it. So, but there is a proof. Means you cannot. What can I say? Means we can prove this theorem, but we cannot relate this to anything, because it's a theorem. It's a direct theorem. Like it's a sort of Newton law. Newton gave it, and he proved it, and we can also prove it, but we cannot ask from where, means why it came. Now you get it. The main use of all these theorems is in problems only. Means you will get only questions related to this. That's it. I will give you proof of all these theorems. I will not do it in class, because one proof will consume one class, and it will not be come in your paper. So I will send you PDF on a group, in a group. You can go through that. If you face any problem, let me know. But from the exam point of view, you have to know how to apply this theorem in a questions. So for that, let's check one question. See, we have this f vector. We have to calculate f dot n cap ds, and S is the surface bounded by this x0, x1, y0, y1, z0, z1. So this is a cube basically. So we can plot this cube like this. So any problem how this cube came? So see, this is f dot n cap dx. So we can convert into del dot f dv, and then we can direct integrate from three limits 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. You will get answer in 2 to 3 lines. Now you can see the use of this theorem. See, first we will do it through the normal surface integral, then we will do it through the volume integral. So first let's do it through the when we are doing it through the surface integral, can anyone tell me how many surface we have to integrate? 6. So we will integrate one by one. So let's integrate first through the DEFG, this front one. What is the normal to this surface? X-axis means I cap, है ना? So see, minus, no, this will be plus I, na, outward. Minus I will be on this AOCB, minus I will be on this. So n is I and f dot n cap ds, this is f dot n cap I, and since we are integrating in yz plane, it will be dy dz. So then you can integrate from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, you will get this 2. This is for one plane, and you can do this for all other planes. Means the thing which changes, this dot I key, in place of I there will be j cap, k cap, minus j, like this. These are all other integral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are other 5 integral. See, first is DEFG, next is AOCB. In AOCB the normal will be minus I. This minus I, then again we have to integrate 0 to 1, 0 to 1, this we will get 0. In this way we can integrate for all the 6 surfaces, and then whatever we are getting we have to add all the 6 answers, and we will get the total integral, that is 3 by 2. Any problem in this? Arhit? Okay. Abhik, Pragya, Adarsh, Arhit, Ghanshyam, Jitendra, Enamul, Tanishq. Any problem? Okay. Okay. सबको समझ आ गया ना? ठीक है. So now let's check. So this is the simple through the surface integral. Now let's check this through the volume integral. For volume integral, we can convert this f dot n cap to del dot f dv, and this is del dot f. If you do the del dot f, then del by del x will differentiate the I component, that is 4xz, and del by del y will integrate the y component, that is y square, and del by del z will integrate the z component, that is yz. So if you integrate this first component, this will be 4z. If you integrate the second component, that will be minus 2y. If you integrate the third component, that will be y. So you will get this 4z minus y dv, and now we can write dv as the dx dy dz, and just integrate all three limit from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and integrate this, you will get 3 by 2. So see, from surface integral we have to do 6 integral, then we add it, and when we are converting it into the volume integral, then we are getting the answer in 3 to 4 lines. So this is the advantage of this theorem.
Sure.
Yes.
Sir, how does 4z minus y?
Yeah. See, this first term is clear, 4z. Okay, see, when you integrate the second term you will get minus 2y, and when you integrate differentiate the third term you will get y. Minus 2y plus y, it will be minus y. Okay, so then just integrate and we put the limit, then we will get this 3 by 2. So any problem in this? Okay, all other students? Okay, okay, let's go through it. अर्हित, कोई प्रॉब्लम है या समझ आ गया? हाँ, आ रहा है? ठीक है, ठीक है. नहीं, अगर कहीं भी प्रॉब्लम हो तो मेरे को रोक के पूछो, मतलब डरो घबराओ मत क्वेश्चन पूछने से, कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो जाए, ठीक है ना? ओके, तो देख लो एक बार पीपीटी पे अच्छे से सारे के सारे. कौन सी स्लाइड देखनी है मेरे को बता दो, नहीं तो तुम लोग दिस वन. Okay, see, if you integrate this 4z, this will be 4z square by 2, and the below 2 will cut this 4, so it will be 2z square. And if you integrate this y, then this will be, first we are integrating in terms of z na, so this will be 2 the z square, and this will be yz, and limit will be 0 to 1. So if you put 1, this will be 2 minus y. If you put 0, then this both will be 0. So we will get only 2 minus y dy dx. Now clear? Then just same you do in terms of y. This will be 2y minus y square by 2. Then put the limit 0 to 1. Then integrate in terms of x. You will get this 3 by 2. Any problem? Are you okay? So should I move? Okay, okay. Then so the next theorem is Stokes theorem. So previous theorem is converting the means it is relating the surface and the volume integral, and this theorem is relating the line and the surface integral. So this will convert line integral into the surface integral. So if we have any line integral a dot dr, we can write it as a del cross a dot ds vector, or del dot a dot n cap ds. So this a dot dr line integral is converted into the surface integral. Okay, any problem in this? So this theorem is relating the line integral to surface integral. So if we have any line integral a dot dr, we can convert it into the surface integral. We have to replace this a with a del cross a. This is the curl of a, means curl of a dot surface integral. So we have converted the line integral into the surface integral through this Stokes theorem. Now got it? Should I move to the question of this? All other student? Okay. Yes, this theorem will come. Yes. You can apply this theorem, don't worry. I will do few problems, then you can, means this theorem is nothing, these are just means after applying this theorem you just need to do the volume integral or surface integral. So if you know how to do the volume integration, surface integration and line integration, then you can do the question of these theorems. There is nothing extra in the in these theorems. Means after, in last question also you can see that first is the surface integral, then after applying the theorem I just did the simple volume integration, that's it. In all three theorems, if you know how to calculate the curl, how to calculate the gradient, how to do the volume integration, then you can do the question of this theorem in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, nothing difficult in this. Means I will try to give less problems on this that I can do. Means let's see, I still don't know that what is, how much marks that test will be. If it's a 20 or 30 marks test, that then I cannot include too much problems. Then I will try to put only one question related to this theorem, other will be from dot product and the gradient, the volume integration. Okay, but if it will be a 50 marks, then I will put 2 questions from the theorem. Means I will try to put less question from this, more from the till the volume integration. Okay.
Actually, except the dot and cross product, everything is
Yeah, I know. It's new. It will take some time to grasp you, and I don't know why the exams are happening is so early, because I think only month have passed since you start your classes. So don't worry, you will understand slowly. I am not going to give.
In that case, sir, you may please give this syllabus, because everything is new and to get everything we will have to work for it. So limit extra time. So we don't have that extra time, right?
Okay, let the okay, don't worry, let the date sheet come, then I will adjust. So yes,
Date sheet is already announced.
An-
We need to make it.
yeah, but actual timings of exams are not announced, no? Okay, so you can consider if you try to complete till volume integral, and from this theorem I will do 2-3 problems in class, and I will try to give one same problem, but at least one problem I have to give, otherwise the HOD can ask me. So just go through the problems, you will get it. Okay. So let's do the problem of the Stokes theorem. So verify Stokes theorem for this vector. S is the upper half of the sphere x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 1. So verify means wherever you find this term, verify the theorem. It means you have to do the both side. Okay. Got it? Okay. So let's do. So first A dot D.
This question is not.
Hmm.
Then what would be its weightage?
I told you it depends. If it's a 20 marks paper or 30 marks paper, then not more than 5 marks. This question cannot be more than 5 marks. But if it's a 50, means this question at any day is not more than 5 marks. Even if it's a 50 marks paper, this question can be a maximum of 5 marks. So okay, means I will try to give the upper marks of the question will be 5 itself, not more than that, any question. Okay. So let's do this integration. First we have to do the A dot dr, and we know the A vector, and dr is basically means dx dy dz. So when you do A dot dr, this 2x minus y will come with dx, this yz square will come with dy, and this y square z will come with dz. So these 3 terms we will get: 2x minus y dx, yz square dy, and y square z dz. These 3. Okay. Now what done is, because we have to integrate through the projection of sphere, read this, upper half of the sphere and C is boundary. So if you the projection of sphere on any plane, can anyone tell me what is the projection of sphere on any plane? Anyone? Sorry? Sphere is 3 dimension, na? If you project sphere on any, if you check the projection of sphere on xy plane,
it will be a target.
yeah, exactly.
Circle,
It's a circle.
It's the shadow of that sphere on any plane.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yes, you can say shadow. Right. So if we are taking the line integral in the xy plane, so in xy plane we can write x equal to cos t, y equal to sin t, and z equal to 0, and t is the angle. Basically you can write it theta also. You know this conversion na, x equal to a times of cos theta and y is equal to a times of sin theta, and since the radius of this sphere is 1, so it is simply a times of cos t. So a is 1, so x is cos t, y is sin t, and z is 0. You know this conversion. I think you have read this in 12th class. Yes. And z is 0. So if in this integration you put z equal to 0, then last two integration will go, because they both include z. So these terms will gone. Only first term remains, 2x minus y dx, and then you can put x is equal to cos t, y is equal to sin t, and dx is minus sin t dt. So you will get this, and now you have to integrate this from 0 to 2 pi. So after integration you will get a pi. Solve it in your copy, this integral, and let me know whether you are getting pi or not. Doing?
Sir,
Yes, Hanji.
sir, the PDF, which one you have said, all these things are there. There, na?
Yeah, Hanji. Yes. Full. I have sent you the full PPT till.
Yes, sir, because I have to see it once more. Then only I can say that which I am complaining.
Yes. All exactly this PPT I have sent you. Means it include 85 slides and all questions and all theory related to vectors. And I am mostly following the Spiegel book. I used to follow.
By only doing one time, I cannot say that if I am facing any problem.
Yes. Definitely.
See it once more, otherwise I can't.
Yes. That's why I send you PPT to all, and I will send you one more book if you want more solved problems. I will send you one more book. It has more solved problems, so you can do the solved problems from that also. I will send it today in a group. So just solve this integration. Yes. Okay. Okay. Just follow one by one.
The application where
Just for
where to apply like that.
where to apply means you, whenever any question come, you will understand that which theorem you have to apply, which intake. The only thing now you have to focus is how to proceed. So if you have the question of surface integration, the main thing you have to now understand is how to start, how to proceed. See, like in surface integral, first you have to check surface, what kind of surface it is, how to project, and how to check the limits. These are the first 2-3 steps, because integration you all know, you all have read the integration in your 12th class. So you can do, you all know that the integration of x is x square by 2. You all know that the integration of sin t is cos t. So that is not a problem. So what you have to understand is that, like I did the question of surface integration with plane, I projected it. If you check 1-2 problems in Spiegel, it includes the surface is cylindrical, the surface is sphere. So you have to think little bit, or you have to apply your mind, like how that image is obtained and how that is projecting in xy plane and yz plane. It spends some time, don't be in hurry. If you do any question, don't think that it will be finished in 5 minutes or 7 minutes. It can take 1 hour, it can take 2 hours. But if you understand one question from the start to end clearly, then you can do all questions. Spend time on each problem one by one, and if you are facing problem at any step, then let me know, send me message, I will clear at the same time. So in this way you can proceed. Okay. Okay, now please solve this integration and let me know the answer, whether you are getting pi or not. Is anyone got it? Okay, please do. It is coming pi na? Okay. Arhit, Adarsh, Amit, Jitendra, Inamul coming? Okay. Pragya, Tanishq, Ghanshyam, all are getting?
Yes sir, coming fine.
Okay.
Yes.
अरे तुम्हारा आया?
Yes.
ओके. अरे थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज लग रहा है. Okay, so all are getting this pi na? Okay. Now we can convert this line integral into the surface integral using this theorem, del cross A dot n cap ds. So this is what del cross A. If you calculate del cross A, it will come k cap. Okay. So now we'll convert it into, in place of del cross A you can put k cap, it will be k dot n cap ds. Okay. So if you take now n vectors, since this is a surface integral, and in surface if we are taking in xy, you see this is because n cap, so all dot product will be 0, only that one will survive which is in xy plane, because in xy plane n will be k cap and k dot k will be 1. So this will dx into dy. So any problem in this? Okay. See, if you let ds be the any part of the sphere, and I am just asking the projection of ds on xy plane, what it will be. We have calculated in, I think, the plane, the question of plane also. What will be the ds? Anyone can tell? Can anyone tell me? dx dy upon n dot k. है ना, ds upon है ना this. Sorry. Yes. This see, just a minute. Yes, that it's applicable. See, yeah, this will be applicable in all. This is not just, this is general. I tell you, till this is first 3 lines. Na, these are general. This you can apply in all surfaces, all questions of surface integral. It's independent of, exactly. It's independent of the plane. You just need to check that which surface, which plane you are dealing. So in that question also, see, in x we can put this dx dy upon n dot k. This is what is done. See, if you put ds is equal to dx dy upon n dot k, then n dot k will go. It will be dx dy. Okay. And since we are dealing in the xy plane, now we need to calculate the limits. So see how can we calculate the limit. In xy plane z will be 0, this z will go. So the equation will be the equation of the circle x square plus y square is equal to 1. So first we can convert y into x. Y will be root 1 minus x square. But can anyone tell me either it from 0 to root 1 minus x square or any other limit? Why? But see, if you plot circle will come in all the 4 because this is the sphere which is centered at origin 0 0 0. Or so if you check the image circle in the xy plane, so it will be the circle which is in the all the 4 quadrant. So if you take the limit from 0 to root 1 minus x square, it will cover only one quadrant, so it will not a full circle, it's the 1/4 of the circle. So limit what we have to take is minus, so if you expand the root, it will be minus root 1 minus x square to root 1 minus x square. This y is equal to root minus root 1 minus x square to root 1 minus x square. So now this is the limit, because in this case we don't have a boundation of any one quadrant or any one octant. The only boundation is we have to cover the full circle or full sphere. Clear? So now we just need to integrate. Since there is no y, when you integrate you will get root 1 minus x square, and then you have to integrate in terms of x. For integrated in terms of x, you can put this 1 minus x square as something like t, then you can integrate it, you will get a pi. So you know how to do this integration. Can you solve this integration root 1 minus x square? Sorry?
Formula for this a square minus root over a square minus x square dx.
Yes, but you can do other way also, na? We can put this root 1 minus x square as t, then it will be t and 2t, means you can convert this integral if you want. Means what?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in x square, like we can take as something like any trigonometric value like cos theta,
Just that also you can do, but it's a means easy way I am telling is just you can put 1 minus x square as t, then you can convert all the integral in full integral in terms of t. So dx will be you can convert dx into dt, then there is a limit comes, means you can do any way whatever you want. Just so that also possible, you can put x as sin theta. You're telling sin theta, na?
cos theta.
Yeah, that also possible. You can put this as a cos theta, then this root will convert into sin theta, and then dx will be sin theta d theta. Yeah, that is, yeah, that will be, I think, easy than other one. So you all got it how to do this integration?
Yes, sir. Last two lines.
Yes.
How the limit is the property of
No. This first integral we solve, na? See, there are two integral. Sorry. Okay. Since
0 to
yeah, it's a symmetric integral. The inside term is symmetric. Since there is nothing, if there is any integration, if you change it to minus and if it is same, then you can change this limit from 0 to that and you can put 2. Since there is 1 inside is 1.
coming from the properties of integration.
Yes, it's a property of integration, exactly. You see, the function inside is 1, so either you take it positive f or negative f, it will be 1. So what you can do is you can change this integral from 0 to root 1 minus x square, 2 will come, and if you change this second one from 0 to 1, again 2 will come, then that 2 into 2 to the 4. Now clear? Okay. Just solve this last integral and let me know whether you are getting pi or not. Do by the method which I think Abhik told. Just put,
I think there was a condition that f of x is even or odd.
yeah, that's what I am telling. Now if you convert, even means exactly, see, that's what I told you. Now if you convert change the function from positive to negative, and if it remains same, then you can do this. That means even function. See, if you do f of minus x and if it is still equal to f of x, then it's a even function. Since in this question the function is 1, we have no x dependent, no y dependent, only dy into dx. So f of x is 1. So if even you take f of minus x, that will also be 1. Hai? So the function is even, so you can change it to 0 to that, and then 2 times for 2 integration 2 into 2, that is 4. Okay. Okay. Now just do this integration, this one. Put x equal to sine theta or cos theta and let me know whether you are getting pi or not. Have you added the Jitender in the group? I think he is asking for book, I think. Okay, all 3 new students are there. Tanishk, Amit and Jitender. Okay. Then Jitender, I will send a link in the group, okay? Okay. Anyone got it? It is coming pi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. One student got it. Okay, 2 student got it. pi. Okay. अरे तुम्हारा आ रहा है अभी? आ गया ना pi? Okay, okay. How many students are new? Means I am able to check 3 or 4. Jitender, Amit, Tanishk and Arvind. Arvind also new student, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is your first class or you attended yesterday class also?
Second class.
सेकंड क्लास है. ओके ओके. तो मेरी लास्ट क्लासेस के वीडियो देख लेना UEM जयपुर वाले चैनल पे, और कोई प्रॉब्लम आए तो पूछ लेना, ठीक है? एंड द बुक्स एंड नोट्स यू विल गेट इन द ग्रुप. देयर इज वन ग्रुप ऑफ फिजिक्स, सेपरेट ग्रुप फॉर फिजिक्स. if you are not added in this, just tell others. Others will add you. Others, send link one more time. I think a few students are not there. Yeah, just join this group and you will get notes and books, everything from that group. Okay. Okay, then let's, so this is done. So let's move to the Green's theorem. So two theorems are done. Divergence theorem, second is the Stokes theorem. This is the last topic of the vectors, means theory wise. This is Green's theorem. This, if R is a closed region in any plane, xy plane or yz plane, if m and n are two function, and if we can write any integral like this, m dx plus n dy, then you can change that integration into this, del m by del x minus del n by del y into dx dy. Means if you are able to write any integral in terms of this m dx plus n dy, you can change this to, this is basically a surface integral in 2 dimension, dx into dy, then and del m by del x minus del n by del y into dx dy. Any problem in this? Yes, but in 2 dimension. This is a 2 dimension dealing basically in Green's theorem. It's basically deal with the plane. Okay. So we have to verify Green's theorem for this xy plus y square dx plus x square dy. C is a closed surface of the region bounded by y equal to x and y equal to x square. So if you plot y equal to x, this will be this straight line, and if you plot y equal to x square, this will be this parabola, and if you check the intersection of these, this will 1 1. So they both will intersect at 1 1. So this is the intersection of these two curves. From this intersection we can get the limit. Okay, but See, any problem in this? Okay. You can ask me the other question, that why it's only in the first quadrant. Can anyone tell me? Means there is nothing in this question like this is the first, if that in the first quadrant, or but still this is in the first quadrant. Means this parabola can be on the opposite side also like this. Why this is like that? Can anyone tell me?
If the parabola would be on the
Yeah, one student at a time. Sorry.
sir, if the parabola would be on the negative axis, then the equation will be y equals to minus.
Exactly. See, if you can plot this parabola on the opposite side like this, and but that y equal to x will not intersect that, because y equal to x will either this first quadrant or third quadrant. Y equal to x cannot come in this. Okay, you are right. So if we have y equal to minus x, that can come in this quadrant. Second, then only this can come in the second quadrant. So that's why we have only in the first quadrant. So let's solve this. Since we have to verify this theorem, so we have to do in a both way. So first we can put y equal to x square in throughout this integral and integrate through the line integral. Since we have the equation y equal to x square, we put all over there and then we integrate from 0 to 1, then we obtain this 19 by 20. Any problem in this? See, when you do line integration, we have two curves. One is this parabola and second is this line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
है ना?
How
हाँ, yeah, that's what I'm. So see, first we are integrating through this parabola, and on this parabola y is x square. So first integration, this first one is on parabola. So y equal to x square we put and we calculate the integral. When we integrate through this line, this is y equal to x line. So when we are integrating through this line, then we have to put y is equal to x. And see, in the first parabola curve, the limit will be 0 to 1, because if you move this way, x is changing from 0 to 1, but if you move opposite direction through this line, x is changing from 1 to 0. So in the next curve, the limit will be 1 to 0. Then you will obtain this minus 1. If you add this, you will get minus 1 by 20. So these two steps are clear. Means how we did the integration through this parabola and through this line. Any problem in this?
can you please explain first line?
Yeah. Okay. This one. Okay. See.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just check this figure. We have two curves. One is parabola and second is line. So, and since we are doing the line integral, so we have to integrate through these lines. So first we are integrating through the line. This line means parabola, and on this parabola y is x square. So while integrating through this parabola, we can put y is equal to x square. So if you put y equal to x square there, this will be x cube. If you put there, it will be x ki power 4. See, x into x square plus x ki power 4. And the next term will be this x square, and if you convert this dy, this will be 2x dx, this 2x dx. Now just this x4 and this 2x cube and this 2x cube and x cube, this will combine into 3x cube, and this is x ki power 4. Now got it? This is 2x cube and this is x cube, so they both are combined to 3x cube. So this is how this first term is coming, and x ki power 4 is only 1, so this is 1 x ki power 4 into dx. Now got it?
How did you add it?
Added means Oh, yes, yes. Because they both are with dx, na? Now they are also dx. They are also dx. So, and x power of x is same. See, forget about the integration. Just write two terms on a copy. Write x cube into f of x. F of x means the function of x plus 4x cube into f of x. Done. Have you written? What will be the answer?
X cube fx will be common. It's 4.
5. It will be 5, na? So it is 5x cube fx, is not it? Same. Now replace fx with dx and x cube plus 3x cube. So it x cube plus 2x cube. It will be 3x cube into dx.
Yes.
Huh? Okay. So this is how this integral will come. Same, we will do the line integration through this line, and then we obtain the second integral. So this is the answer we are obtaining, minus 1 by 2 through the line integral. Now since we have to verify the Green's theorem, we have to do the same by converting that integral. So what this theorem tells us is we can convert m dx and dy into del m by del x minus del n by del y. So just convert this theorem, apply this theorem, you will get this expression and this. So this is now the surface integral. Now how we obtain the limit? Can anyone tell me? Now you know how to convert into surface integral, but how to obtain the limit? Can anyone tell me? How these limits are coming?
Sir, that y equals to x square and y equals to x we already have it.
Yeah, yes.
And as x is the first quadrant, so we are
Yeah, and if we exactly if we solve this, it will be 0 to 1. So these are the limit of y x square to x, and x limits are 0 to 1. So you can solve this integration directly. You will again get minus 1 by 20. So any problem in this? So wherever you find that verify the theorem, it means you have to check the both side. Okay. Any problem? Any problem to anyone? Yeah, Aditya, are you asking something? Okay. So you can go through this surface integral question one more time, because I think today test will be based on the surface integral. I have given only one question. You will get 15 minutes or around 15 or 20, I forget it. So if you want to go through the surface integral, go through it one time, then you can start the test, because syllabus is finished now. Now we have to do the problems only. All three theorems are done. In this PPT itself, after the Green's theorem, I have put I think 5-6 problems. See all these problems. So tell me when you are free. We plan one extra class for problems only. All of you tell me now when we can take that extra class, so we can